So let's do some security now, just before we wrap up the year. There'll be a lot of watch night services, 31st December issues and all. Now the police is saying they will be deploying some 2,000 police personnel this particular night. Now someone may be asking, what's the relevance of this? Do we really have to just wait till 31st night to deploy so many police people or on the grounds? Is that the case? Is that something you share with?
Well, I think the police, in their professional judgment, know that anytime there's such festivities, they have to be there. One, to reassure people of their safety, and then also two, to make sure that if there are any people who want to take advantage of the presence of so many people to commit crime, they are there to deal with them. Now, the problem with 31st December is that watch night is that it's a nationwide thing. All communities in Ghana, irrespective of what religion, wherever, we're all celebrating watch night. So the police has to be there to ensure that they're able to, first of all, their presence would be a deterrent, and also in the case of anybody doing anything wrong. So I think that, yes, it's a good thing that the police have done it. It's good that they decided to reassure people, and it's part of their job, and I think it's a good thing, because if it was even a festival in a small town where there are going to be a lot of people congregating, the police will be there. If it was a political rally, if it was a religious festival, or whatever. So this is a national thing. I think they're doing their job. I see. So, Dr. Jinapo,
I think Mr. London has said it all, because I mean, 31st of December is a unique day. It's not just any ordinary day. But I think the police needs to be commended during the Christmas period, especially in terms of traffic direction and stuff like that. You see the presence of the police all over. I mean, I don't know whether most of them have even passed out, but you see a lot of young men and women on the streets directing traffic and stuff. But I think beyond that, I always say it's not just about the police. It's about you, the individual. You need to police yourself, and you need to be very careful of your actions and what you do. Because oftentimes, that first night, you find most of these young boys, I mean, riding motorbikes, riding vehicles at speed and all those kind of things. I don't think that is the way that we need to go. And as individuals too, whilst we go to church to worship, we should also, look around. You always have to look around. It doesn't mean if you are going to worship, you should forget of yourself.
I was actually coming to the kind of advice you would have for people who will be going out for these various.
Yes. I mean, look, we are at a period that, as people, we need to be quote unquote independent. And independent here means that you need to be responsible for your actions. The police will be there, all right, but it is not the job of the police to tell you that, look, don't drive carelessly or don't drink and drive. You understand? You have to be what? You have to be responsible. So whilst most people will be going to churches to pray and to ask for forgiveness and stuff like that, that will be the time that most people will be going to make money. You know, most people will be going to pickpockets and all those kind of things. So whilst you are praying, even though you are praying to God, you also have to be watchful of what is going on. I mean, if you are leaving home, you need to make sure the gates are locked. You know, you don't leave home and leave your door ajar. You definitely have to make sure that everything is in place. And I as I said, look, tomorrow will be another year, and I hope and pray that 2015 brings us blessings and good luck and prosperity.
I'll be taking your resolutions pretty shortly, but I just want us to, since we are touching on some security issues here, let's quickly touch on this particular. I think I'll go for the one on the front page of the Daily Graphic. Kwakese out KKD in. I'm sure you might have heard of the Ghanaian entertainer Kwesi Chidakwa, who has as things stand now, he's currently being remanded in custody for alleged rape, and Kwakese also being released. We're told he was smoking in the open, and he was actually arrested by the Kumasi police. Now, what do you make of some of these things, and particularly the issue regarding Kwesi Chidakwa?
It's sad. I feel very sorry for him. I mean, here is a man who has also done well, built his own reputation, and he's done this, and he found himself in this very unfortunate situation. As to the details, how it happened and all that, I can't go there, because there's so many things coming out.
So many inconsistencies.
Whether some believe that it was a consensual relationship or a consensual act, that one party got peeved at one point subsequent, and therefore all the resultant issues and all that. And So that could be it. And there will be so many other reasons. I understand some medical reports has come out. I don't know the authenticity otherwise of it and all that. So I cannot comment on that. But the point I want to make is that if you take yesterday's newspaper, for example, I think the Daily Graphic, the front page, there was this article. His picture was on the front page as boldly as it is today. But his picture was there about his rape case, and that was front page. The back page, there's somebody else there. Robbery and rape. That was a forced rape with robbery. A married woman, young boy, went and behaved so horribly. But what's happening today? We're talking about Kwesi Dakwa. A man who otherwise has lived his life decently. He's been a successful role model up to now. You see, and then he didn't, from the way we are understanding it, didn't go and commit a violent rape. He didn't go and accost an anonymous person somewhere. This was somebody he knew. They went in there, whatever. A woman, once, no matter who the woman, even if the woman is your wife, and she says no, it's going to be rape. So that does not excuse him. But the point I'm making is that here's another matter. I don't want us to, by virtue of his celebrity status and all that, beat him more than it is a crime. Yes, it should be dealt with and all that. He will suffer for it by virtue of his status and all that. But let us not forget those who are doing worse things.
I see, but so some will suggest that much more is expected from people
it is
like
true.
me.
It is true. It is true. And I say it is unfortunate. You see, that's what I'm saying. That the circumstances, yes, the crimes are the same. The circumstances might not be entirely the same. That's just the point I'm making. I'm not absolving him. I'm not supporting him. I'm not making excuses for him. No. I'm just saying that, yes, it has happened. It's in court. I don't know all the facts. I cannot comment too much. But then, let us not forget and make sure we also deal with those who are doing worse things.
Dr. General,
well, I think, first of all, these issues are always very, very difficult to to address because of what they call, I don't know the term to use, but we have two individuals who are celebrities. Kwakese, I didn't even know him. I mean, I heard one Kwakese. I said, I mean, who is this guy? But evidently, he's a celebrity, a very popular guy. And I say, look, if you are in a position of this sort, it's by privilege and it's by blessing that you are in such a position. And if you are a person of that nature and you have such following, let's move even away from the criminal aspect and look at the ethical, moral aspect of it. The criminal aspect, we have the law, the constitution, and everything that deals with it. I don't know what rape is, I don't know what rape is, and I'll not be able to determine whether a person has been raped or not. We have experts who do that, and the court and the judicial system will address it. Okay. But the moral aspect of it is where I have a little bit of a problem. Do you remember Mike Tyson? Mike Tyson was sent to jail for supposedly raping somebody. That somebody, I believe, was above 25 years old. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. That somebody was above 25 years old. And Mike Tyson as a person, I mean, excuse me to say, you can't compare KKD to Mike Tyson. Because KKD, in our context, in our socio-cultural context, is somebody who is very big. Very big in the sense that, look, I've seen him on TV, I've listened to him on radio, very articulate, nice gentleman. You understand? And of course, each of us sitting here have cobwebs in our boxes. Do you understand? But I think it's very, very unfortunate for him to find himself in such a situation. And that is where I strongly believe that, look, even we, these tiny ones who get opportunity to sit on set, we need to be very, very careful with our actions. For every action, there's what? There's a reaction. You understand what I'm saying? As for the legal issue, it's going to be dealt with. You understand what I'm saying? The legal issue is going to be dealt with. If he's innocent, he's going to be exonerated. If he's what? If he's guilty, he's going to face the consequences of what? Of the law. But when you put him aside, he is a victim. Whether he's a victim of circumstance or he's a victim of his actions or whatever. When you put him aside and you take other people who are celebrities, be you politician, be you a commentator, be you need to understand that people are looking up to you. People are looking up to you. And it's not just about you, but it's about the brand that you've carved for yourself. Normally when I come here, my title is lecturer, University of Education, whenever. And most of when I go back to campus, I try to find out the perspective, because it's not just me sitting here, it's about my university. If I tarnish the image of my university, I'm going to be in trouble. So going forward, I think the newspapers too, they should try as much as possible to leave this gentleman alone. I don't know what this is going to do. Daily Graphic front page, Kwakese out, KKD. How is it going to benefit Ghana? 31st, the biggest selling newspaper. Kwakese out, KKD in. And so what? Oh, that's what I'm saying. And so what? How is it going to benefit us as a people?
Anyway, I think we'll be wrapping up on that. But your mention of everyone having cobwebs in the closet.
No, everybody.
It actually got Philip London smiling. I don't know why, but anyway, I'm sure we'll talk about that later.
There's nobody. Listen, Mr. Philip. There's nobody. Let me tell you something, my brother. There's nobody who is perfect. And I will not sit here and pretend to be perfect. But as much as possible, I try to do my best. And that is why I'm saying that, look, when you have a certain brand attached to your name, KKD, is he married?
He was.
He was.
So we are told.
No, fine. But he's a colossus in our sociocultural, I mean, he's a big guy. He's big. People look up to him. I look up to him. I like him. I told you. I like him. I have a lot of respect for him. It's unfortunate that he finds himself here. But I mean, I don't know. I don't want to go too much. But let's just leave the issue as it is. But I think the Daily Graphic sometimes I've loved the Daily Graphic. They've been doing excellent work for the past months. But I think this story on the front page is misplaced.
I see. Final words there from Dr. Abu Jinapo. Dr. Ahmed Jinapo, I must say. Dr. Ahmed Jinapo. He's an educationist. And you just heard him sum it all up for us on AM Talk. And we also had here... anyway... I think he almost got me there for saying something I should have said. But anyway, Mr. Philip Land is a member of the New Patriotic Party. He also was speaking for Alan Kojo Chamating. Do you still speak for him?
Oh, no, Alan doesn't have
the campaign is
over.
We have but you even mentioned that though. You mentioned it.
So indeed, he's a member of the New Patriotic Party, and we've been having a tete-a-tete on some of the topical issues here. But quickly, just before we go, we might have to take your resolutions for the coming year. Let me start off with you.
Well, you know, we are all human beings. And what I do every morning when I wake up is to pray to the Almighty that He helps me go through to the next day. You do your best, and I hope to do better. The mistakes I made, errors that we made, as all human beings, I hope to just do it better. That's all.
Well, I hope and pray that the Almighty God give me the strength to become a better father or a better, I mean, I don't know, husband, or I don't know which one to put, but to become a good family head. Because the way things are going, if you are not very, very careful, especially when you have these little ones, you go astray.
You can become a KK. Anyway.
Oh, no, a KK.
But that's Dr. Ahmed Jinapo saying he's looking forward to becoming a better father or a better husband.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what you out there are thinking, but probably we can hit the streets now and get roving. Let's get to know what people are making of the upcoming year, whatever it is that people think of the upcoming year. Their resolutions for the year, what they expect of 2015. Roving is up next.